Alright, what is poppin', ladies and gentlemen? We are back with another random recap, and today I really want to talk about Anthony Richardson once again, because that Texans game was probably one of his horrible performances I've seen, and I think it just really provides and proves to my point. You know, my video I already made on Richardson before this, where I called him an absolute shit quarterback, and I said he is not league ready, and I think this game actually really proved it. And I'm not saying, well, actually, yes, I am saying he played really bad. He did not look great. You know, he went 10 for 32. He does not clearly know what he is doing. I don't think so. Half of the plays, he's either running for his fucking life on a play that doesn't even really need to be running to begin with, or he's just throwing to absolutely nobody because that's all he's good at doing. In this game, though, one play that actually intrigued me the most and made me say, holy shit, he is not ready for this league, or that he's not a quarterback. He's not meant to be a quarterback. He's just an average somebody who just has godlike genetics in the fucking league. He tapped out his helmet because he was tired. How are you tired? You are a 22-year-old quarterback. May I mention, at your fucking peak, you are at your prime. I mean, you're not playing like you're in your prime. You're playing like you're a fucking 45-year-old quarterback. But, you know, you should be at your prime. You know, like, your physique is gifted. You know, it's like you're at your peak. Conditioning is probably even better, and you tap out because you are tired. May I remind you, a Joe Flacco who is probably like 10, 13 years older than him, come in and just hand off the ball. You're telling me Richardson cannot just hand off the ball? Are you fucking serious? You're going to tell me Richardson cannot hand off the ball? If I'm a Colts fan, which thank God I'm not, but if I was a Colts fan, I would be very insulted that this is our fucking face of the franchise. Why would I want somebody who is going to tap out their helmet like a bitch because he's tired and needs a sip of water? I don't want that if I am a Colts fan, and I don't want that if I'm a Colts fucking, I don't know, if I'm working on the Colts. I don't want this in my locker room. If he's just going to give up on his own team on a play, may I remind you, he was just going to hand off the ball. In all seriousness, it does not take a lot of talent or does not take a lot of effort to hand off a ball. Fucking hell, you could put the most average American in that lineup just to hand off the ball to Jonathan Taylor, and it would be fine. You're just really telling me he couldn't do it just for 3 seconds? Fucking hell, man. And then at the end of the game, his clock management is horrible, may I remind you. And even when he does fucking cry and get the 1 second back on the clock, he cannot hit a Hail Mary to save his life. Matter of fact, he didn't even get a throw off. He just ran there and he just stood there like a damn deer in headlights and just got popped. That's what happens, I guess, when you're not meant to be in the NFL at all. You know, it's like when you have an impressive combine, you know, and it's like, oh shit, you know, oh look at the eye candy, oh he could jump high, he could jump far, oh my god, he could throw 75 plus. But yet, when you can't actually result that shit in the actual game, I don't know if it's even too early to call him a bust, but dude, it's like, if you actually just study the footage, which this is where I think it's on the Colts' fault more than it is his. He should have never went this high, as I said already before. It's just a combine. If you actually looked at his Florida footage and you looked at high school game footage, you know he didn't play a lot, and you know when he did, he was not that great. And yes, while I am aware he did make a nice throw to downs for a touchdown, you know, late last second, you know, to nearly almost tie up the game, it did not help, just nearly on the fact that he is not consistent. Look, I'm not saying Richardson lacked any talent at all, and if I say quote-unquote he has no talent, you know, I'm just spitting shit out of my ass. I don't actually mean like, you know, he's got absolutely nothing in the tank. He's got a little talent, you know, he's got just a projection that he is, oh, strong arm strength, you know, he has strong legs, you know, he has all the tools. He just doesn't have the fucking moral talent or like, you know, the mentality to apply to it. He's not consistent. If he was consistent, we wouldn't be having these talks about him being a bad quarterback. He's not consistent. It's like he'll go, I don't know, out of every 10 throws, he'll make 1 or 2 that are really nice, and then the rest make you question why he's actually in the league. That is what I'm getting at. I'm not trying to be a Richardson hater. It's just, this guy went so high, you would actually believe he would be playing like a Stroud or Young. And Young, we already called him a bust. We've already attached a label to him. So why is it too early now to really say something on him? He's played, I think, only 10 career games fully in his entire NFL career. Young got way more, and we already declared him a bust. How many more do we need to see of Richardson to say he is not that guy? How many more Richardson do we need to see to say, well, you know, he just does not show he can be the future? Because certainly, in my opinion, I already think he is not the future, and I think whatever he makes now, remember, even bad quarterbacks make bad plays. Zach Wilson had a couple of good plays. Even Bryce Young, as I've already said, He's even had some of the great plays. If you saw the Green Bay game from last year, he's had some good plays. But good quarterbacks can be bad also, so who knows really what Richardson is. Just in my opinion, he just needs to really be consistent, because what he's showing right now is that he cannot be the guy, especially with tapping out just like that live when there's absolutely nothing wrong with you. He does not strike me as a guy who really wants to be it. He doesn't strike me as a guy who really wants the moment. You know, he doesn't seem like he wants it as bad as so many other quarterbacks do. And that is why I'm just going to say Richardson is not just the guy, all right? He is not the Colts' answer to all the problems and what I think they should do, which sucks because they keep playing quarterback roulette, trying to find the answer to the actual problem that is the offense, and just trying to find someone who can just help this offense, who can elevate the team to win games. I think y'all just have to draft. I think it's time to really start over. Look, I say you keep Richardson, but I don't think it's worth really waiting another 1 or 2 years to see how he's doing. The quarterback draft classes are going to probably be asked after this one. This is probably the last decent morally one, you know, it's decent. So, you know, I say really just try, just, you know, even if you get someone in the 2nd or 3rd round, somebody at least to test the waters with while you still have Richardson, because if you don't do it now, you're going to regret it when Richardson really is absolutely worth nothing, his value is worth nothing, and you realize he's not a good quarterback. That is all I can say, ladies and gentlemen. That will do it for this random recap. I will see you all in the next one.